Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another day of a year in miracles. I'm so glad you're here with me this morning, and we are on the last review period for section 1. We're on workbook lesson 60, which is going to review lessons 46 through 50. And remember again, we're going to begin the day by reading the 5 lessons and then practice each one time for 2 minutes or more. And I'm going to jump right in and start with today's reviews. So these ideas are for today's review. Review of lesson 46. God is the love in which I forgive. God does not forgive because he is never condemned. The blameless cannot blame, and those who have accepted their innocence see nothing to forgive. Yet, forgiveness is the means by which I will recognize my innocence. It is the reflection of God's love on earth. It will bring me near enough to heaven that the love of God can reach down to me and raise me up to him. Now remember, yesterday we reviewed a little bit about why A Course in Miracles talks about God as being something outside of us, when in truth we know that God is within us. But Course in Miracles lessons are reaching us where most of our belief system is, and most of our early conditioning has trained us or taught us that we are separate and that God is outside of us. So that's why a lot of these early lessons refer to God as something that's outside of us, because that's where our belief right now is, and that's where it's trying to reach us, where our belief is, so that it can bring us to where we want to be, which is really knowing that God is within us. So let me get back to review lesson number 47. God is the strength in which I trust. It is not my own strength through which I forgive. It is through the strength of God in me, which I am remembering as I forgive. As I begin to see, I recognize his reflection on earth. I forgive all things because I feel the stirring of his strength in me. And I begin to remember the love I chose to forget, but which has not forgotten me. Our next lesson is review of lesson number 48. There is nothing to fear. How safe the world will look to me when I can see it. It will not look anything like what I imagine I see now. Everyone and everything I see will lean toward me to bless me. I will recognize in everyone my dearest friend. What could there be to fear in a world that I have forgiven and that has forgiven me? Review of lesson number 49. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. There is not a moment in which God's voice ceases to call on my forgiveness to save me. There is not a moment in which his voice fails to direct my thoughts, guide my actions, and lead my feet. I am walking steadily on toward truth. There is nowhere else I can go, because God's voice is the only voice and the only guide that has been given to his Son. Review of lesson 50. I am sustained by the love of God. As I listen to God's voice, I am sustained by his love. As I open my eyes, his love lights up the world for me to see. As I forgive, his love reminds me that his Son is sinless. And as I look upon the world with the vision he has given me, I remember that I am his son. And that's it. Those are our review periods for today. Reviews of lessons 46 through lesson 50. And again, we are on A Course in Miracles workbook lesson 60, which is the end now of the review period. So when we go on to our next lesson tomorrow, it'll be a brand new lesson. And I'm so glad you're all here joining me today. Hi, everyone. Great to see you here. Nice to see you, Francine. Good morning. Hey, Cindy. Good to see you. Hi, honey. Good to see you watching this morning. Good morning, Carl. Great to see you here. Hey, Nell. Good to see you. Hi, Bob. Good to see you. Hey, John. How you doing? John and I used to work together years and years ago. Hey, Bob. Good to see you again. Jeffrey. Good to see you. Good morning, Bonnie, again. Hey, Cindy. Hi, Deb. Good to see you this morning. Yay, catching live. Good to see you here, Deb. Love and blessings to you, Bonnie. So sweet. It's so good to see you here this morning. Hi, Randy. Good to see you. Good morning, Lori. Always great to see you on the live feed. Yes, you have a great day too. TGIF, right? Friday. Woohoo! Good to see all of you here. Hey, Colette. Nice to see you. Good morning, Jody. Good to see you here. So yeah, what does that mean? Listening to God's voice. I know sometimes we think that that is such an odd thing to say, but have you ever let go of all your thoughts and you're in this place of quiet and peace, and you're not expecting to hear anything, right? You're just relaxed, completely relaxed, and all of a sudden all of this information comes downloading into your head. Usually that happens to me when I'm running. And I've been running for a few minutes and I'm in that place where I'm in the zone. And then all of a sudden, all these answers to all of the things you've been maybe struggling with, or maybe some of the things you've been struggling with, kind of start coming in. And you're right, Carl, it's like opening up your heart and allowing the connection to the voice of God to kind of come streaming through you. Sometimes that happens to me when I'm in the shower, right? You're relaxed, the water is hitting your head, you're just in that place of receiving. And that's what it means really to listen to the voice of God, to be able to quiet your mind enough to be able to hear that voice. And sometimes when your ego is really holding strong onto what's going on in your life, and you're struggling with something, maybe a problem or a situation in your life, you just have to let go. You have to say, look, I don't know the answer. I give this to you, Holy Spirit. I give it to you. You take care of it for me. And you just let it go. Don't think about it. Clear your mind and get yourself to that place of calm, whether it's through walking in nature, or meditating, maybe taking a warm bath or a nice hot shower, going for a swim. And then all of a sudden, all of that comes back to you, the answers that you're looking for that really solve the problem. And it's the right answer because it's the answer that brings peace and love, not only to you, but to everybody involved in the situation. Sometimes our ego wants to be right, and the saying is, would you rather be happy or right? And happiness is that truth, the answer that we get from that place inside of us where we're connected to our source, to our oneness, to God, or to whatever you feel is your word for that one mind, the universe. So anyways, that's it. Workbook lesson number 60 today. And again, thank you for joining me this morning. And we will be back tomorrow for a brand new lesson. We will not be doing the reviews tomorrow. We're going to be moving on. So if you want to dive deeper with us in our Facebook group, please come and join us in the Facebook group. I'm glad it's helping you right now, Bob. That's awesome. And if you've got something you're struggling with and you want to bring it up and you want to kind of put it out there, that's what we're here for in our private Facebook group, to share what's coming up and to share some of our frustrations and some of our aha moments, like, oh my gosh, this happened and it was amazing. So glad to have you all here today, this morning, and have a great Friday. And I will see you tomorrow morning. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.